want to use it. I used up my book of stamps. That's it. Got to buy another one. Ran out of stamps, but it was worth it. I sent it out to the Supreme Court. But yeah, man. You know, like I was saying, um, yeah, they act cause like you're in their city that means that they own you. Nah, man. No. You know what I mean? But what I was saying is I'm just focused on America. You know what I mean? I have nowhere else to go, bro. So, some people I'm gonna fight for my rights, straight up. I'm not trying to go nowhere else. You know what I mean? When I win my money, I'm not going nowhere else. You get me? I'm gonna get my money and I'm gonna stay in this country. There's nowhere else for me to go, bro. It's like I said, some people, they act like some Americans act like they're superior because they're Americans, but it's like, I was born here too, bro. You know what I mean? And that's fine. You could try to push your white supremacy or whatever, but you know what I mean? I don't just have non-white inferiority like all other non-whites have. You know what I mean? My supremacy is from my intelligence, from my creativity, from everything. Objectively speaking, you know what I mean? I don't. I've never manipulated stuff. I never tried to add a point that I didn't deserve. I didn't ever rig my golf score, you know what I mean? Shave off a stroke or shave points or cheat or none of that. You know what I mean? And any miscalculation was out of stupidity and delusion and ignorance. You know what I mean? Not out of feigning stupidity or ignorance or feigning delusion, like pretending like I'm dumb. No. But anyway, there's nowhere for me to go. I've went to other countries. You know what I mean? They're as lawless. They're not as lawless. They're even more lawless. You know what I mean? And the ironic part is that they act like they're above. They act like they're the. You know what I mean? This is what I hate about the world, bro. Like, I've experienced it. I know. You know what I mean? There's people. That's just how people are. They're hypocritical, man. They love to point the finger. Nah, I'm a good one. Not me. You like, man, y'all gay. And they're like, nah, not us. You get the point. Damn. Yeah. Bugs follow me because I smell good. Smell like flowers. I smell like flowers, so the bugs is following me. Anyway, I was just saying that, I'm going to stake my claim too. You know what I mean? I just can't change who I am, I always wanted to compete as a man, not necessarily even just as an American. Raised Christian, read the Bible, whatever. I've chosen my affinity, religious affinity. I lean more towards Judaism, but and they got the nests right here. Right now is around the time that these birds start getting hatched. But yeah, man, I can't turn off my competitiveness. You know what I mean? I just can't, because like I said, I know who I am, man. I just know who I am, plain and simple. You know what I mean? I can't really. They've been cutting everything down around here. They started cutting down the bushes and shit. Motherfuckers is some pussies, man. But it is what it is. Why don't they cut them down? You know what I mean? Before they used to just leave them alone. Then when I came here, they started cutting them down. They didn't used to never cut them down before. They started cutting down bushes and all that type of other shit. It is what it is. I praise God, man. I do, you know what I mean? I praise God. So the habeas corpus went out, man. It's pretty much just an appeal to the Supreme Court of the United States, pretty much. In so many words, you know, it's hey, I need help. Only help I can get is in this court. Can you help me? In so many words. It wasn't a bunch of documents. It was just 15 or so, less than 20, you know? And probably half of it was a motion for a fee waiver. If not, I think it's like what? I don't know how much it might be, like 400, 200, something like that. But anyway, what time is it? Praise God, man. Get your studies up so you could be able to do that too. 5:07 p.m. Monday, August 11, 2025.